wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. What you do, what you do, made me move, could've made me move. If I knew I'd be with you, it's too late to pursue. I bite my tongue, it's a bad habit.
Sitting in a tree.
Get out of here. You serious?
Oh, just when I thought nothing scandalous was ever going to happen around here.
What? What does that mean?
Didn't you hear JJ?
The song meant something? No, I missed it.
Yeah, it... You know what? Never mind.
What?
Tell the men from the FBI who the Gahe are.
The Gahe are mighty spirits who dwell in desert caves.
Reid, is your name Samuel?
Sorry.
What does keep young Dr. Reid awake at night? Wait, let me guess. Memorizing some obscure textbook. No. Working on cold fusion. No, I got it. Watching Star Trek and laughing at the physics mistakes.
Actually, there aren't that many scientific errors in Star Trek, especially considering how long ago it was made. There are certain improbabilities, but not that many outright errors.
Right.
Phone booth.
First of all, it's a police box, not a phone booth. Second of all, Doctor Who started a quarter of a century before Bill and Ted even went on their bodacious adventure, so really they should have just called it Bill and Ted's Excellent Ripoff. I mean, at least then they would have
I'm
made...
really sorry.
For what?
Asking.
What is that?
It's called a star puzzle. It's basically impossible to figure out. You have to put all of the pieces back together to form a perfect star. But the origin of it is kind of a romantic tale. There was this young prince who wanted to win the heart of the fairest maiden in the land. So he climbed to the top of the tallest tower in the kingdom, and he caught a falling star for her. Unfortunately, he was so excited that he dropped it, and it smashed into all of these pieces. So he frantically put it back together again to prove his undying love to her, and he succeeded, and they lived happily ever after.
It doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
You can't catch a falling star. It would burn up in the atmosphere.
Yeah, but it's not literal, Reid. It's a fable.
But there's no moral. Fables have morals.
Okay, so it's just a romantic little story. And the point is, it's basically impossible to do because you have to take all of those pieces and fit them together exactly. There's a lot to hate about you, Dr. Reid.
Care provider.
Are you hacking into the government's HMO database? Is that legal?
Of course not. We'll both go to prison and you'll be someone's bitch. Mean something?
I was staring at pictures of the victims, and I knew there was a pattern connecting them, but I couldn't tell what it was until I broke it down mathematically. Why are we so drawn to celebrity faces? Because there's a symmetry to their beauty. The eyes, the ears, the ratio of the forehead to the chin. The more balanced they are, the more appealing they are to our eye.
Neither the victims, they didn't want to press.
It's like trying to forage for dinner with a pair of number 2 pencils. Hi guys, my name's Dr. Spencer Reid. I'm a agent with the BAU, Behavioral Analysis Unit of the FBI. which it used to be called the BSU, the Behavioral Science Unit, but not anymore. They changed it to the BAU. It's part of the NCABC, the National Center for the Analysis of Violent Crime, which is also part of this thing called the CIRG, the Critical Incident Response Group. And
What he's trying to say is we'd love to know how you can help us.
gosh.
Yeah.
I've been thinking, the vast majority of unsubs with this type of MO aren't driven by the killing. They're merely fascinated by the body parts. Psychologically, they exist in a realm where fantasy meets delusion. It's basically the perfect blueprint for a creation of a serial killer. I'm rambling, aren't I?
Yes.
And Strauss. Oh, again with the dairy?
Can't help it, I love dairy. Popular theory among leading astrophysicists estimate that the hypermatter reactor would need about 10 to the 32nd joules of energy to destroy a planet the size of Earth. Now, Lucas said it took 19 years to build the first Death Star, right? But if you look at the new essential chronology, there's a testbed prototype for a super laser that spans... Where are you going?
No, I got it. Watching Star Trek and laughing at the physics mistakes.
Actually, there aren't that many scientific errors in Star Trek, especially considering how long ago it was made. There are certain improbabilities, but not that many outright errors.
Okay, the TV movie is at Hall H at 9. Can we go to that?
Absolutely. Do you think we can make it to the Captains of Enterprise panel at 11?
Obs, thanks for coming with me.
Of course. I've been knitting this scarf for weeks.
I'm going to eat you.
Reid. Happy All Hallows Eve, folks. To paraphrase from Celtic mythology, tomorrow night all order is suspended and the barriers between the natural and the supernatural are temporarily removed. The thing about Halloween is that it's a uniquely American holiday. I mean, despite its obvious origins in the Celtic festival of Samhain and the Christian All Saints' Day, it really is a melting pot of various immigrants' traditions and beliefs. It became a little more commercialized in the 1950s with Trick or Treat, and today it rivals only Christmas in terms of popularity.
All I asked was what he was doing this weekend.
You know, I'm toying with the notion of either going to the Edgar Allan Poe Shadow Puppet Theater or the reenactment of the 19th century Phantasmagoria.
I don't want to know.
Oh, yeah, you do. Phantasmagorias are these amazing pre-cinema projected ghost shows invented in France where the showman attempted to spook the audience using science magic. And it just so happens that I have an extra ticket.
Jason Gideon, an expert in the criminal psyche, yet unable to diagnose the autistic leanings of the very insecure Dr. Reid. Well, maybe he can make money counting.
And Braden Acklin was recently diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome.
So the kids weren't winning popularity contests.
You know, they could have been prime targets for a sexual predator.
Braden certainly would be vulnerable. Unlike classic autism, language ability is intact in people with Asperger's. They appear to lack empathy and have trouble reading social cues. Albert Einstein supposedly had it, as do some unknown Silicon Valley types.
Well, how about you?
What's that?
Hey, Penelope.
Baby, I'm yours.